Just feel like we can't keep up with them. It's gonna be a slow job. It snapped. Hello, people of YouTube. How are we all doing? It's a funny old day today. It's kind of like cloudy and a bit cold. Not the kind of weather you expect for end of August, beginning of September. Today, we're on with some important jobs that we probably should have done back in, I don't know, May, June. It seems like we've been really busy. I just can't keep up. And we're actually going to try and get some of this muck out of the yards because, yeah, normally that'd be gone a long time ago and it hasn't. So we're going to try and get it shifted today. We did a little bit yesterday and we managed to get this one done, which has only got a little tiny bit in the bottom. We've been putting fat stock in there that have to go on the lorry. So we got that one cleaned up. We've got to take this panel off here so that we can muck this one out. This one's got the most in. It's got to go all the way up the top on the old forage rye ground. And then we've got a huge heap still in the silage pit that needs to be dealt with. It's got to go up the drive to go onto some winter barley ground. We're just trying to get caught up because time just seems to fly at the minute and I don't know where it's going. First job though, get that panel off. This will be some good stuff when it's got out there. It's well rotted. The stuff that was in that bottom yard there was just like, we had about 4 trailers full. It rotted down to nothing. There'll be a bit more in here than 4 trailers full, but it'll still be good stuff. I've got the tractors parked in the gangway from last night, ready to go. We'll load them out this end and take it down that gangway. I have to do a bit of a round robin. It's a long way where it's going. It's probably one of the furthest fields. It's one of those fields that we're going to take a good amount up there while we can because you don't like to travel that far if you can help it. So it's a good opportunity to take plenty. Dad's just getting himself ready with his fork. Had a very exciting delivery this morning as well, so if you're a toe and foot fan, keep your eyes peeled. I feel like we're starting to get an ever increasing list of jobs because we've got this wall over here. So that wall there, you can see, it's not the best. It needs to come down. We need to cast a new wall in there. So that's one job. This post here has come off. I'm not going to say how, but it was in. Now, if I'm blaming Dad for that, there's a trough up the back that I broke about 2 years ago that needs doing. Just needs a brand new trough. Just haven't got round to it yet. This trough on the bulls, at that far end, it's breeze blocks. It's cast on this end, and then we've got breeze blocks on the other end. That far end, the bulls have knocked us breeze blocks off. We've got to cast that in. And then, to top it all off, the other day when we had some fat balls in here, ready to be loaded up before we mucked it out, we reckon one of them's come up here and spooked and jumped this. It's bent the tin, so that tin's got like a bend on the outside now, which is unsightly. It's broke this wall, and it's even left a gap down there. So I don't know if you can see, there's daylight. There shouldn't be daylight there. There's a pillar in the middle of that on the other side, and it's broke the pillar. So that's another wall needs doing. Just feel like we can't keep up with them. At least getting this muck done is going to get something ticked off the list. Coming out quite well. Let's stay out of his way. I don't want to get run over. Starting to get somewhere now. There's still a fair chunk in here. There's more muck than we expected, but we're getting through it, which is the main thing. You know, it's always a lot deeper than what you think it's going to be. You just sort of walk in the yard and think, oh, it's not that much in here. There's a fair whack in there, isn't there? Originally we were taking the muck out that gateway there and then down the gangway, and I've got a bit of straw on my camera, get rid of that. Yeah, it was going down the gangway and then we were loading out there on the concrete, but now we've started just backing in here. So we've cleaned this sort of first, we call this the double Dutch barn because it is just 2 round top barns. So we've cleaned this first one out and we've been backing in from that end because we're now going to take it up the drive to a different field. I don't know, it contains it. It's just you know, we're not making mess everywhere, so it just makes life a little bit easier. Sometimes actually when we muck that yard out, because it's a pain to muck that yard out, we'll muck that yard out and put it over the wall into here as well, so it just makes life a lot easier. The old 3200 is making a cracking job as usual as well. That thing earns its keep. It's been a good old bust, that has. Nearly done. It's just got the scraping ups to do. He's just tidying up with the fork, then he'll get the bucket on, get all these bits around the pillars, get the bit on front of the trough, and then we've got the impending silage pit full of muck to move. It's gonna be a slow job. If you're wondering what's going on with this concrete around these pillars, what it was is these pillars had rotted with years and years of muck, because this big shed used to be a silage pit, so obviously they've had silage effluent around them a long time ago. It's been used as a cattle yard, so the muck had rotted around the bottom. So what we decided to do, because one of them was near enough rotted through, we drilled them and put steel rod through, just reinforcing bar, to take the weight, and then we cast those concrete blocks on the bottom of each one of these pillars, because I could just do without having to rip this whole shed down, because it's attached to that shed and that shed. So if this had all just rotted, yeah, there'd have been a serious job we'd have on our hands. We just got like a ready mixed concrete guy in to mix it, and we put the casting round and then we just fill them. But they're pretty solid now as well, so you can guarantee if you hit one of them, it isn't going anywhere. Getting through it now, starting to get down there. Here's another job that needs doing. Well, on the subject of jobs, you might remember that I didn't put the muck all the way across when I was putting it in here in the winter. I left this gap up the side because last time we put silage in this pit, I was rolling it with the forklift, which obviously he's loading with, and I was just up this side, going up there, right at the top of there, and this post, it snapped. So I left the gap down here and didn't put the muck this side so that we could do something with that post. Well, obviously we haven't got round to it either, so we need to put a new post in there as well, which is just another crazy thing. But you can get grants for muck stores, because this is like a muck store now. We don't really ever use it for silage, and we probably never will, because most of these posts are, if you can see, very similar condition. So I don't know, it's tempting. If we could get a grant, like put a new roof over the top, I'd probably take those posts out and just put legs down and put concrete panels in. But yeah, can't afford to do it without a grant, but if we could get one, that'd be nice. Whilst we're doing this as well, while Dad's waiting for me, he's mucking out the bullpens there. It's another job that needs to do, and it's a pain. It's such like awkward little pens, so there you go, Barley. It's a good job to get done in the meantime. Nice to be getting on with it though, because it's been one of those daunting tasks that just seems to never ever happen. And whilst I'm on the subject of jobs, I've got to build that gate again, because we thought some of it was salvageable. It wasn't. Scrapped it. I've got to build another gate like that one, because that's like a box section, complete 40mm box or 50mm box, whatever it is. Not like these ones, because these ones have got like 20mm in the middle. That's the original kind of gate. I've rebuilt the centre of that one a couple of years ago because it died. So I need to build some more like that, and then put that one on there, fix that hinge, because, you know, we're getting on now with the time of year, weather soon be upon us. We need to take that tree thing is dead as well. It's like got a massive split in it. The main trunk of that tree blew over, so we need to get that out, and we've got to get on with it because the bulls are out of the cows now, because they're in this field just here, just chilling over there. 5 bulls are in there. Yeah, we've got a lot to do. It's just not a lot of time. It could soon be winter. The weather we've had with this rain, you know what, let's just not think about it. Let's be positive. I do think though we ought to look at a roof there, if we could get one on a grant. I think it could be quite handy, because that's the other silage pit as was years ago, because there used to be 2, and then they put that roof over the top of that one. If we could have another one here to kind of match in for the muck storage, that'd be really good. The other thing as well with that muck, it's not rotted down anywhere near as much. Come on, have a look at this. I thought when I put it here that it would just, you know, like over the year, because it's been in there since, I don't know, November, some of this at the back, and it's not rotted down anywhere near as much as what I thought. I thought it'd be really kind of composted, but I guess we've not had the warm weather that we've had in previous years. We've had a lot of rain, which I thought would do it, but no, surprised me. It really has surprised me. Keep thinking about doing bokashi. Everyone's done bokashi, let me know. I'm kind of interested in it. I don't know if anyone's done it. I'm kind of keen for the idea. Get some microbes going back in the soil, especially if we had this as a pit. Like fill that full of muck, we'd get a lot of muck in there. There'd be some serious bokashi. But the only thing is, I don't like the idea of moving it twice, but I suppose I have already moved it twice, so yeah, it is what it is. There you go, look at that. So much space. It's crazy. I forgot how big our yard is. We don't have a very big yard. We've got quite a small yard in grand scheme of things, but look at it. How much space there is after it's all gone. It's fabulous. It's nice to have it all gone. Another job ticked off the list. So tidy as well. Tidy yard just makes me feel so much better. I say tidy, another job, concrete. Oh dear. And we've got to do this as well at some point. There was an old ditch there, and we've piped it and we've put some rubble on. We need to sort of concrete it, but that bit of concrete where the bale is knackered as well, so like that all needs new concrete. This all needs new concrete here. You can see it's all broken. It's all broken in front of the silage pit there. I kind of want to put some concrete from the corner of that shed across the corner of that shed, because we come around that corner a lot. It would just help things a little bit better, but it's also expensive, and you know, we haven't got an endless pit of money, although it'd be nice to have one. And as well, we need to sort out this gutter, because yeah, this one here, it runs down. Who put this design in? The gutter comes down there and then just pours out on the concrete, but it pours out where there's a joint in the concrete. I mean, brains for dynamite. Anyway, that's that job done, which is nice. I'm gonna go and start on with the next thing, because there is a lot to do. Whatever you get up to this weekend, have a great one. Look after yourselves. Stay warm, because I think it's gonna be nice. Have a barbecue, might be last chance, because we've actually got some decent weather. I've got a sweat on. Have a good one. See you in a bit. Ta-da!